Welcome to Gold Silver Pros, where you'll learn the ins and outs of the gold and silver markets. Searching for the best precious metals deal? Our affiliates are of the utmost trust, quality, and highest customer service in the industry. Shop with our trusted partner, �モ𝙁𝙀. Access special deals on silver, gold, and platinum through our website or call 307-264-9441.
Hey everybody, this is Rob Keens with GoldSilverPros.com. It is Mining Stock Monday, so I'm back with another look at a mining stock I think that you may have an interest in. This time I found one in Quebec in the Abitibi area, a historically known mining area which has produced a lot of gold, silver, and base metals. And it's a company I think that is undervalued at the moment and a possible bargain. I'm going to get into the analysis of that really quickly by showing you excerpts from their slide deck. Is a map of the property. Here you see the STRPF properties right here, right next to Normetal. It's in a friendly mining district of Quebec. They own three properties: the New Metal property, the 𝙂𝙊𝙇𝙀 property, the 𝙎𝙄𝙾𝙆𝙀 property. And this area has been responsible for producing, along with Ontario, 75% of the mined gold production in Canada in 2019. We're going to move on to slide 12, and we're going to talk about where this lies and some projects nearby that have shown tremendous value, so that you know the area in which STRPF is doing their mining in. So here we can see the 𝙂𝙃𝙊𝙇𝙀𝙁, and which is right next door to the STRPF deposit, and there's zinc and copper deposits as well. 𝙂𝙃's recent drilling intersected several high-grade and visible gold zones, and they're getting 44.22 grams per ton gold, 29.44 grams per ton gold, and 30.98. And this is the property just right next door. The Star Metal property lies immediately to the east of 𝙂𝙃's Perron high-grade gold property. STRPF has been drilling on its 100% owned New Metal, which is sandwiched between the past-producing Normetal mine that's owned by STRPF and the highly successful Perron property. And I'm going to show you a map of where in the Abitibi that this exists and give you a pretty good idea of the opportunity here and the type of zone that we're looking at. So here's a nice graphic of the Abitibi Greenstone Belt and the intersection between Ontario and Quebec. You can see right down the middle. The STRPF property is right here, and the Normetal mine, which they also own, is right here. And then, of course, you have the 𝙂𝙃 mine as well to the west. And this is the big gold discovery. You can see up here also Detour Lake, which is a very famous project, Kirkland Lake down here, 𝙂𝙁𝙁, Rouyn, Noranda, and Timmins. So this is right in the middle of a very prolific mining district. It's a mecca of gold, silver, iron, nickel, titanium, niobium, copper, and zinc. And Quebec is one of the most attractive provinces for mining, especially gold mining, as 90% of the province's substratum is made up of Precambrian rock. It's a geological formation well known for its deposits of gold, iron, copper, and nickel. And again, as I said before, together with Ontario, Quebec accounted for greater than 75% of the mined gold production in Canada in 2019. What is the value proposition of STRPF mining? Well, they found a VMS deposit with base and precious metals. I've talked about VMS deposits now for about a year and a half. They're very important to the supply of gold and silver in the world because there are very few gold and silver mines available. And so when you can get them in a polymetallic mine, that's where you're going to find now your big gold and silver deposits, as well as having those other base metals that can help be offsets to the mining cost of the precious metals and make it overall cheaper cost of acquisition for the gold and the silver. STRPF currently has 2 drill rigs in operation. They're going 24/7. They're scheduling a 3rd rig to arrive at the property and start drilling as well. It's possible that they found the feeder source for the entire district, which would be huge because, like I showed you on that map, there are a lot of mines in the area that have done very, very well. So the company plans to continue exploring. They hit on 9 of the first 10 drill holes, sizable gold deposits. So they're hitting gold right off the bat. They've drilled so far a total of 90,000 meters, and they've hit on, like I said, 90% of the holes. They not only struck it big with their discovery, but they're following it up to the feeder source. They're following that feeder source along to see if they can find it. One of the other great things I like about this company is it has a tight share structure. Anybody involved in the precious metals will tell you that's very important. So if we go down and look at their share structure, it's up on slide 6. You'll see that they only have 39,600,000 shares outstanding, market capitalization of 89 million. They're undervalued, as I said. Management and insiders own 38%, and they have not sold a single share since they've owned STRPF, as well as it's owned 40% by institutionals. That's huge. When you have institutions coming in and owning 40% of the company, that speaks to the faith that people have in the company to find what they're looking for, the VMS deposit, as well as all of the precious metals are included in that, and the base metals that would be used to offset. Recent shares of STRPF Mining, symbol STRPF on the OTC, have fallen along with the general market. Now remember that so has the HUI, the GDX, and a lot of the mining stocks. As the market has sold off, the mining stocks have sold off. However, history does show that that will recover. The mining stocks and the precious metals will recover before the rest of the market. This is typically what happens as there is a flight to safety. So I think we're in that period of time in which you want to look at your targets in the precious metal space, gobble up shares of companies like STRPF Mining, which are in a prolific mining district, have a good management team, have hit on 9 of 10 of their drill holes, and are continuing drilling out what they think could be the feeder source for the district potentially, and is a very tight share structure. So you're not getting in overall highly diluted company. You're getting in closer to the beginning where you're getting a very fair share price, especially given the sell-off, considering there hasn't been a lot of liquidity in the exploration of the junior miners. One thing that was pointed out to me this week was when you don't have a lot of liquidity, when any money comes in there, meaning there hasn't been a lot of selling of the stocks, there's not a lot of shares available in the market, everybody's holding. So that when people do come in, institutions come in or retail investors come in, it tends to bid up that share price fairly quickly. I think that's going to happen to the GDX, the HUI, the GDXJ, all of the indexes, and I think that will include STRPF, because I think that they're sitting right in a great district. They've hit on 9 of their 10 holes. Again, as I said, they're continuing to explore, potentially found the feeder source, and this could potentially be a really big find in Quebec in the Abitibi Greenstone Belt, which is a very prolific mining district. So I think this is a good target to take a look at. Do your research on this one, but I believe there'd be far worse targets for you to look at in the coming gold and silver boom and the mining stock boom, which is coming. And again, I do believe gold and silver will recover before the rest of the stock market and before the bonds do. I think there's going to be a flight to safety to those, and I think that will also engender a lot of money going into the resource space across base metals and the precious metals. That is the value proposition there. You're buying the gold extremely cheap in an area which it looks like it's going to end up being a major gold find, and you're early enough in this one to basically get most of the share price appreciation you would get by getting into an early stage explorer. This one looks like a potentially really, really good target. Ticks all the boxes that you would look for in a potential mining stock investment. Thank you, everybody, for joining. This has been Mining Stock Monday. Remember, STRPF Mining, STRPF on the OTCs. You can also find it, if you're in Canada, on the Toronto Venture Stock Exchange. Until next time, this has been Rob Keens with Gold Silver Pros.